Okay, so here we go. When you look at your exponential equation, we know it's a times b, right? A is, you're going to say the starting point? Okay, so I'm going to put initial. I'm going to put initial value. What else could we call it? That looks horrible. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Kindness. Let's try this again. This is the initial value. And then Alani said it's the y-intercept, which would be what? Where x equals 0, right? Okay, let's talk about b then. What could b be? That sounds more like a line to me. How about we change our wording a little and go with constant ratio? Ratio tells me that we're going to be multiplying it. Okay. How could they look? How could B look? If I just straight out gave it to you, what would it look like? Or what would it say? It could be a fraction. So like half. Okay. So it could be doubling. Doubling could be something I could say. Tripling, right? And then we could have a fraction. Okay. So it could be halving. Yeah, I'm probably not going to say halving, but maybe that would be the half-life, though. Okay, how else do you think it could look? A decimal. How do I get a decimal? What do you mean by decimal? Well, we already covered fraction. Now we're dividing a fraction? Well, a fraction is a division, so if you do it for that. Okay, but I'm going to straight up give it to you. So you're not doing any work for it. I'm actually just telling you it's. So what else could I say if I'm trying to do something that's exponential, that's going to be growth or decay? Think about what happens to a vehicle's value. It depreciates. Does it depreciate by a constant value, or is it maybe but what would that exponential be? There we go. We could get percentages, right? So we start off with like the 100% value of this vehicle, but then it's going to decrease every year by 5%. Right? So we would do our 100% minus our 5%, giving us, we're going to maintain a 95% value over the years. Okay? So we're only going to do the part this time that's going to be, we're going to get some points. And from those points, we're going to determine what it is. So we won't be doing with your percentages today. So given this first one, we got 5 snakes were originally brought to Guam accidentally in 1950. So what if we say 1950 is where x equals 0? That's going to be our beginning. Did they give us something already? So we have So we got a point at 0.5. Then it goes on to say there were an estimated 2 million snakes in Guam in 2010. So what's that? Another point. And that point would be? 2 million. 2 million snakes. Bless you. Now they just want us to find the equation for this. So we know the A value, right? 6. Okay, so now what do we do to find our equation? Because we got to find the B value, right? So we got 2 million, 5b to the 60. It's totally a lot. And what we get when we divide by 5? That's a lot. Yep. 400. Okay, I still don't have my b by itself. I'm going to raise both sides to 1 over 60. So we have b equals 400,000 to the 1 over 60. Okay, can we simplify that anymore? So I haven't plugged it in the equation yet. I'm just talking about the 400,000 and 1 over 60. No. That would be the 60th root.
Can we get it to its, what's it called?
Its base? Sure.
But
that's very interesting to find out. I don't know that it actually has a base, because when you think about a base is 2 to the something. Do you think one number creates that? Or there might be other factors involved? Could be.
There's
If there were a bunch of zeros, there's just not enough zeros.
Well, if you put it in, like, it's a root where the thing is 60, there's going to be at least 60 tens in there.
You think there's going to be 60 tens in there? You realize that 10 times itself 60 times is 60 zeros. Okay. Okay, well, I'll leave y'all to handle that. For right now, we're just going to put 5 to the b, 400,000 to the, and we're going to put x over 60, right? Everybody understand where the x over 60 comes from? So this is basically saying every 60 years, we're going to multiply by 400,000. Okay? Greenlee, are you okay?
Yeah, I want to figure it out.
Okay. So here's our next one. There were 20 bacteria in a petri dish. 12 days later, we got 440,000. So we have to figure out an equation to represent this. One way that they state that is find the model for it. So what is our model? What are our points? Do we have a point? Okay, and what's the other? Okay, so now we got y equals, and we're looking for b. So now what will we do? We're going to plug in 440,000 for y, and then we'll let b be to the 12. Okay, so now what are we going to do? Okay, so when we divide by 20, what do we get? Good. Now, I still need to get my b by itself. We're going to raise both sides to the 112. So I got b equals 22,000 to the 112. Okay, can we simplify that anymore? Simplify that anymore? Probably. So we're going to leave it like that then, based upon, okay, so we got 20 times 22,000 to the x over 12. That means every 12 days, you're going to multiply by 22,000. We okay with that? Oh, wait, where's my other one? Don't I have another one? Oh, there it is. It disappeared on me. Okay, here we go. Half-life is always interesting. For example, I'm currently 53. Do you think I've already passed up my half-life? I'm probably not going to live to 106, right? Pretty sure I'm not going to. I don't want to. Unless I'm still mobile and stuff. No. Okay, so when you look at this and it says the half-life of a 200-gram sample is 10 years, what does that mean it is in 10 years? That would be its half-life, right? Half of it's gone. Okay, so here we go. Do we have a starting value? So we're starting out at 200. And then what's the other point we got? Good. So here we go. We got y equals, we're starting at 200, and we got b to the x. And then if we plug in our point, we got 100 equals 200 b to the 10. What happens when we take that 100 divided by 200? There's that half right there. Okay, so now what do we do? Be real careful. Make sure you got parentheses around that 1/2. So we end up with b equals 1/2 to the 1/10. That means every 10 years, it's going to cut in half, right? Okay. So now we got y equals, it started at 200, and in 10 years, x, it'll be at its half-life. Okay, now we have to actually do one. It says, what quantity will you have at 50 years? That means x equals 50. So if I plug in y equals 200, 1/2 to the 50 over 10, that would be 200, 1/2 to the 5th power. And wouldn't that be 200 over 32? 2 to the 5th is 32. Because the 1 we don't have to really worry about, do we? Because it'd be 200 times 1 over 32. We okay with that? Okay, so can this simplify? I believe what will go into both. Totally. Something bigger will go into both. Something bigger. Yeah, I think it's 8. No?
How does 8 go into 200?
Because 8 goes into 20 what? 16. Remainder of 4, leaving you with 40. And 8 goes into 40. So we get 25 over 4. And then this would be grams, correct? We'd probably put that as a decimal, but it'll be okay for today. We okay with that? Okay, so